legendary. I'm legendary. Yeah. No. I'm legendary. You know. Let's go. Out of the dust, a legend is born. Born for the game. Born for the throne. Up from the ground. And out of the gates, I am the storm, I am the thunder, I am the eye of the hurricane.
SAIT Athletics and the ACAC are pleased to have your support during the ACAC's 61st season. Thank you for your attendance, your encouragement of our student athletes, and your fan enthusiasm as we celebrate over a half-century of offering the best post-secondary sport and entertainment in Canada. Welcome to WinSport for the 25-26 Trojans Women's Hockey Home Opener and Women's Hockey Alum Night. SAIT recognizes the long history of the land on which our campus is situated, as well as the First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples of Canada as traditional caretakers of the land, now known as Canada. We are moments away from live ACAC hockey action streaming worldwide on ACAC TV. Tonight's games has the visiting NAIT Ooks taking on your SAIT Trojans in an ACAC division matchup in a battle of Alberta Institute of Technologies, the Northern versus the Southern. With me as well is my broadcast partner, Jamie.
All right. Thank you very much for that one, Ben. SAIT Athletics and the ACAC are pleased to have everybody out here today. So if you're watching us live or if you're here in the arena, your encouragement of our student athletes and fan enthusiasm is greatly appreciated. Please remember that your admission to this ACAC event entitles you to enjoy a collegiate sport in an educational setting. Please show your sportsmanship by positively encouraging the student athletes, respect the decisions of the coaches and officials, and being considerate of other spectators. Remember, good sports make great sports.
Absolutely. So getting set ahead of the game here, we are preparing the ice surface and minutes away from opening lineups, which is always an exciting time. We have a pair of teams who are poised to begin the season off on the right foot.
Oh, that was you. Sorry.
Not a worry at all. Teams poised to start the season off on the right foot, and the beautiful part about new seasons is everything gets reset to zero. Whatever happened last year is no longer a factor. So if you had a bad year, it doesn't matter. If you had a good year, it also doesn't matter. Everything resets, and so it becomes more a question of hard work, trusting the process, trusting your teammates, and playing the game as it comes.
Yeah, I'm excited for tonight's match. We got some highlights that we're going to be looking out for this time. We got some players specifically over on the SAIT side. We've got Bolima, number 19. She's a forward. She was the points leader last year with 7 different goals. So good on her. But over on the NAIT side, we've got Dash over there. She's a forward, number 7. 18 points and 4 goals over the last season. So that's going to be an impressive player. We're going to keep an eye out on her.
Absolutely. We're also moments away from finding out our starting goaltenders as well. We have more than a few question marks and more than a few new players entering the fray for both sides. Multiple players entering on their first year in their respective schools. A couple other players to be aware of. Roberts, number 14. Lily Roberts was second on the team in points last year. And as well as Sarah Hoppins, number 13, was our assist leader among SAIT defensemen early last year as well. So players to watch, they are absolutely included. And NAIT, no slouch either. Number 20, Abby Robar, the defense point leader for NAIT Ooks last year. And the aforementioned Callie Dock with 18 points and 4 goals in just over 20 games last season as well. Just another quick highlight for Hannah Paquette, who finished last season with over 10 goals and 20 points, and the shortened ACAC season, which is just about 20 games or so. So multiple players with fantastic seasons last year, and
caretakers of the land now known as Canada. We are moments away from live ACAC hockey action, streaming worldwide on ACACTV.ca. Tonight's game has the resident NAIT Hoops kicking on your SAIT Trojans in ACAC Division matchup. SAIT Athletics and ACAC are pleased to have you in attendance today. Your encouragement of our student athletes and your fan enthusiasm is greatly appreciated. Please remember that your admission to this ACAC event compels you to enjoy collegiate sport in an educational setting. Please show your sportsmanship by positively encouraging student athletes, respecting the decisions of coaches and officials, and being considerate of other spectators. Remember, good sports make good sports.
Alrighty, folks, just didn't want to step on Jack Rosa, our in-house PA announcer, as we make those same announcements for all the folks in the building. We have additional information, so instead of listening to me do another spiel, let's let Jamie take us into our starting goaltenders at the very least as we just get our ice surface prepared.
On defense, number 24, Madison Virginia. Also on defense, number 23, Julianne Crozier. On left wing, number 28, Haley Brennan. On right wing, number 22, Peyton Bastarach. And at center, number 15, Sylvia Russell.
Okay, we are back. We're going to have the starting goaltenders up here. For SAIT, we got Chelsea West. And then over there on the NAIT side, the NAIT Ooks, we got Aurora Van Warmer. Starting it off in the pipes.
Absolutely. Just a little bit of background there. We have Chelsea West out of Salmon Arm, BC, taking business admin into their third year, the second tallest player on the team at 5'10", actually tied for first in terms of height. Coming over from the Thompson Okanagan Lakers is Chelsea West. And then as well, our goalie on the other side, I seem to have lost her name, which is a little bit embarrassing.
Aurora Van Warmer, but I don't see her on them.
That is A-okay.
Yeah.
But either way, super excited to see what these goaltenders bring in. And absolutely. Also, another fun fact that I had for you. One of these players is listed at 5'2", Hannah Paquette, the forward, with 21 points and 11 goals for NAIT team lead last season.
Wow.
While being the shortest player on the team.
Wow.
So it goes to show you, as far as ice hockey is concerned, height, not everything.
No.
Definitely not.
No. Speed and skill with that puck. I'm expecting to see a lot of really cool, a lot of really fast moves. It's going to be a really fun game to call. We're down here on ice level, so it's going to be an absolute blast. Don't know if you heard on the top of the announcement, but tonight is the alumni game. So we got quite a few SAIT alumni up there in the crowd. It's looking pretty full out there. I see a bunch of foam fingers. Hopefully we can pick up some of that roar of the crowd down here. If you guys are going to be watching us, make sure you check us out or tag us at SAIT Alumni and the @SAIT Trojans in your post from tonight. That would be absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely. Another bit of housekeeping we can clear up as we prepare for lineup announcements, national anthems, and so on and so forth. Our referees. Our referee, Michelle Berry and Kelsey Hagan. Our referees and linesmen, Chris Atchinson and Luke Essay.
Ooh.
So happy to have them along with us calling the game as time unfolds. It's a little over 6 minutes to go until we reach the coveted puck drop, which I know we're all very excited for. Yeah. These two teams clashed for an opening night clash under the Friday night lights.
Yeah, we'd like to take a quick thank you to everybody on the production team over there and everybody working the cameras. So you guys get to see this game and all the high-flying action. We got some great SAIT students here. We got some alumni that are going to be working out with us as well. So that'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, it's going to be a fun game. We're actually just going to let you guys listen to the fun tunes of the music on here while we wait for the next.
Absolutely. Sounds good to me.
Please welcome to the ice your 2025-2026 SAIT Trojans! Here are your 2025-2026 SAIT Trojans. Number 1, Stephanie Gross. Number 2, Charlie Rowland. Alternate captain number 3, Georgia Chevier. Number 4, Brooke McClure. Number 6, Anna Kupaski. Number 7, Jessa Brewer. Number 8, Lindsay Gonsalves. Number 9, Grace McDonald. Number 10, Annie McKinnon. Number 11, Kaylee Williams. Number 12, Jenna Tuttle. Number 13, Sarah Hopping. Number 14, Lily Roberts. Number 15, Corey McGill. Number 16, Michaela Lewin. Your captain, number 19, Esther Bulma. Number 21, Sydney Holman. Number 22, Brooke Saziba. Number 23, Ilya Drummond. Number 24, Kaylin Eason. Number 25, Maya Shrey. Number 29, Drew Schnitzler. Number 30, Amy Stoffer Wilson. And number 31, Chelsea West. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm asking you please rise and remove your hats if you're able, and it's the singing of our national anthem.
ladies and gentlemen, the anthems are over. The ice is clean. The Friday night lights are bright. The Ooks and the Trojans are probably just as ecstatic as Jamie and I here, ready to bring you some ACAC interdivision action between these two provincial rivals. Once again, your starting goaltenders, Stephanie Gross and Aurora Van Wormer, an NCAA Swift Current prospect in the net for us today. Actually, now that I look down, it's Georgia Imrie. So my apologies there, Georgia. Teams will get ready. We got captains out on both sides. Gonsalves in to take the face-off alongside Lowen and McKinnon with Hoppins, your SAIT defensive point leader. And McClurg, the opening face-off upon us, and SAIT with the win. Puck will come back to McClurg along fresh ice. That puck is just going to skip away, but that'll be recovered early by Sarah Hoppins, our defensive point leader in the 24-25 season. That pass right up the wing to Michaela Lowen. Lowen stopped along the board, stood up nicely there by the Ooks defenseman. Play called offside at the line. Jamie, how we doing?
I think this is going to be an absolute blast. This is going to be so excited. Everybody down here on ice level is super pumped. I don't know if you can pick it up on the mics, but the Ooks started banging on that glass before the puck was even dropped.
Yep.
They are hyped. They're in SAIT's dome right now.
Puck dropped. Sarah Hoppins will gladly skate that puck in herself and dumped into the wing. That'll go all the way around. Recovered nicely there in the corner by Chelsea Francis Barlow, unable to get the puck all the way out, but chipped past neatly as the NAIT Ooks come on down, bustling down the right wing. Player has a person in front. Nice little rush there by Greer Slabeda. Puck taken away. Here's McKinnon with a nice dump in from center ice, and that'll begin a Trojans change as the puck is recovered behind the net by Georgia Imrie.
Well, the Ooks haven't had a chance to switch up yet.
Free puck along the wall is picked up by Williams and sent deep. Forecheck begins for the Trojans. That's Anna Kapowski in on the forecheck, but puck will come right out to Airy. Airy loses the puck there to Chevalier. Picked up by Jenna Tuttle behind the net. She'll start the wheels, stops up nicely. Puck will come free out to the captain. The captain, Bowman, will work it along, but not before it's recovered by Nate into the corner. Number 17 for Nate, Caitlin Tong with a puck. Trying to make a move, does. Puck back to the corner for Doc, and a shot all the way through, handled by the left pad of Gross, pardon me. Puck fought for in the corner by Hannah Paquette, and that'll come loose. Jenna Tuttle with a nice little stop up there to earn herself a little bit of space, and she'll turn around back, but cut off nicely there by Nate. Teams will battle for possession. Puck all the way down onto Imrie, so no icing on the play, and SAIT able to facilitate a change. Paquette up along the wing, tries to tip it ahead, but that'll be taken along, tried to fire down, and I believe that'll hit the linesman right in front of us. He's unfortunately tangled up. Zazie Baida fighting for that puck along the boards. That'll be freed up by Eason and passed on over to Charlie Rowland. Board battle ensues between the two teams. Puck comes back to Rowland and passed along to Eason. Eason, end of our own defensive zone, will work it out. A nice half flip off the glass prevents an icing, but puck recovered by Nate. That'll be sent around behind the net. Centering pass, bobbles around for a moment, but recovered nicely there by Isabella Rappo. Puck will come to Zazie Baida, who throws a center ice pass. Unable to be handled there by McGill, just out of reach there. SAIT doing a great job on the forecheck early here as the Trojans. Bank pass comes out. Here's Hellberg making moves. Groups up the SAIT defenseman, shot toward the net, and a nice save by Gross. That's her second of the game so far. Puck behind the net. There's Robus again. She'll send it all the way up back to the point. Little miscommunication there, but puck will be picked up and brought in by Peyton Bastarash. Bastarash sends that out to the point. Point shot off a SAIT stick and into the corner. That's Sarah Hoppins with a nice block. Puck will come out to the left side here and dumped back in for number 27, Allison McGregor. McGregor fighting two SAIT students along the wall. That gets in deep, and Eason and Hoppins will try again to work this puck out of the defensive zone for SAIT. Puck picked up by Maya Sheree. Sheree with a pass to an open wing. Sarah Hoppins had the puck skip off her stick, still has it for a moment, but puck collected in center ice by Sarah LaPlante. LaPlante will send a pass up to the wing, but unable to be handled, and that'll be stolen quite nicely by Kayla Eason. Kayla Eason will fire that puck down and begin a SAIT change. Frantic energy, and not a lot of stoppages in play for me to catch my breath or to get. And speak of the devil, puck off a stick into the NAIT bench, and they had to duck for cover. Jamie.
Yeah. All right, it's been a quick back and forth. Looks like we've got a couple shots on net by the NAIT team right now. Nothing from the SAIT team at the moment, but hopefully that can change up. We're setting up over there on the right-hand side of the NAIT goaltender.
Sydney Hallman, her line in to take the face-off. Face-off will come to the NAIT defenseman into the back left corner there. Puck squirts free. With speed is airy. She'll work it in, but that puck is picked up quite nicely instead by Eason, I believe that was. Or sorry, Schnitzel. Oh, that's double wrong.
Oh.
That's okay. It's the first game of the season for everybody, including us.
Looks like we're going to be setting up here on the goaltender stick side.
That's right. Just if you're watching the main feed on the left side, or sorry, the right side of Stephanie Gross here. Looking solid so far. Puck drop. Puck will come out right into the wing and a score! That is a wonderful goal off the faceoff by Greer Slabida. Just tucking that one under the arm, it seems.
Yeah, just a quick shot right off that. Wow, the girls are getting loud out here. But that was just a quick shot right off the right off the puck drop there. It was I don't think anybody really seen that one coming, including SAIT goalie there.
Yeah, absolutely. Always tough when the play is right off the faceoff for you to react, but nicely done there by SAIT to not overreact, and the game is long, so just about 15 and a half minutes to go. That faceoff is won and puck chipped into the SAIT zone. Number 16 for the SAIT Trojans will try to work it out. That's Michaela Lowen. Lowen under some pressure, feed it to McKinnon, and McKinnon had to cough up the puck. Greer Slabida with the goal. A nice assist there from Madison McCullough as well on the goal. So that's Slabida from McCullough about 5 minutes into the game. 4 minutes and 30 seconds into the game, pardon me. Sarah Hoppins back to retrieve in her own zone after a little bit of play in the neutral zone. That pass will come out to Gonsalves.
Big cross-ice pass here.
Nice cross-ice pass. Eason will flood into the zone onto the right side with speed. Tries a sharp angle shot. A nice save the first test on Imrie. A great save there. Puck free for a moment. Comes out in front. Neither player able to pick it up, and NAIT will take it to the safety of the corner and try to work it out here. Immediately fought for by SAIT. Puck still contested here. It'll bounce around before it comes to the NAIT defenseman, but stood up there nicely by Williams. Williams and SAIT and company will fight for it. Puck's going to come out to the wing, and that will be sent down the ice and off the stick of Williams all the way down, so no icing on NAIT. Back to collect is Charlie Rowland, so she'll send it around. A nice, solid contact there, though, by NAIT behind the corner, and we'll try the other side now for Kayla Eason.
SAIT just struggling to get it out of their zone right now.
Absolutely, that tenacious forecheck of NAIT causing them many a problem so far, but a nice breakout here by Anna Kapowski. Anna Kapowski will make center ice and dump the puck, get fresh legs out there for the Trojans. NAIT, meanwhile, will re-rack behind the net. Errant pass will come out to Jenna Tuttle at the blue line. Chevalier with a quick pass across, just out of the reach there of Charest. And that will be an icing call. Oh, pardon me. Oh, yeah, that's icing. My instincts are never wrong. That's another icing. just about 14 minutes to go here. 1-0 NAIT so far off the goal by Slabida. Offensive zone here for NAIT. That faceoff will be won, and a one-timer blocked through. Backhand for LaPlante, saved by Gross. LaPlante comes around. That puck will escape the zone. Fought for nicely there by Charest. Charest will work it free to number 15, Corey McGill. That puck comes to McGill again. She'll try and pass it along to get it deep off a couple of skates and an offside call. So a couple stoppages in play have us a little bit of stop-go motion right now.
Corey McGill, she's a forward here for SAIT. She's out of Clearwater, BC. She used to play for Okanagan HA. Anyway, used to play out of the Okanagan, and she's a respiratory therapist assistant.
Yeah, respiratory therapy's got to come in handy when you are taking these 45 to 1 minute long shifts. A nice dump in there off the face-off win for SAIT. Puck into the back left corner. Be worked out nicely there by NAIT. With speed was LaPlante, but LaPlante closed off by Sarah Hoppins, and SAIT will recover the puck. Puck squirting just over the NAIT zone line there. Be collected by their defenseman behind the net. A nice pass around the boards. Tipped nicely by the SAIT player, but able to recover is NAIT. Slobada, your goal scorer, into pressure against number 25. That's Maya Sheree.
Yeah, fighting for that puck down there in the corner, right in front of the SAIT bench.
Nice cross-ice pass to Zazibida. Zazibida fires it all the way back to Sheree. Sheree up on the left wing. She'll try and dump it. Puck out of play, says the linesman, or potentially an offside actually here. And we'll line up for a face-off. So out comes Eason and Charlie Rowland.
We've got Kayla Eason there. She's out of Okotoks. Used to play for the Rocky Mountain Raiders. She's taking business admin.
Love it. So after a scramble face-off there, that'll be won by, and Nate here beating out the icing. That's number 5 with the Jets to beat out the icing there. They'll work it around. Here's Callie Dock. She's dangerous. Nice low shot there, handled by Stephanie Gross. That's her 4th save of the game, or 5th save actually, once they add it in. Nice one-timer from low. Surprise Gross, but a wonderful reactionary save to just freeze that puck on a high danger opportunity.
Yeah, it was a really good job by Gross there to cover that one up. Nate was really setting up in there. There's a few people just right in the office.
Yeah.
Just freeze the puck, let everybody take a little break here.
And that was Maria Airy with the speed to beat out the icing. My apologies there. Excellent speed shown. Deschamplain in to take the face-off for Nate. That'll be one back, but excellent defensive pressure by Williams, able to work the puck all the way out to center ice, and that'll be picked up. And a trip, potentially. Player goes down, and referee arm goes up. So that looked like Hannah Paquette, if I'm not mistaken, headed off potentially. If I can read my numbers correctly, that's number 17. Sorry, Caitlin Tong. 2 minutes for tripping. So if you're the SAIT Trojans, pretty good opportunity on the power play when you're down 1-0.
Yeah.
Out comes a couple of the big hitters. Anna Kapowski, Roberts, Eason as well out there. Gonsalves, always a dangerous player.
Yeah, team captain out there. She was actually the one who got tripped, so we'll see if she's out for some revenge now.
SAIT setting it up here at the top of the point. Here, Eason, one-timer shot, goes across. Won't make it all the way to the net. Gonsalves will work that back up to the point. Pass across to the middle of the point. Here's Eason. Eason swapping spots. Eason with a little bit of speed down the wing. She'll be harassed by Paquette. Pass the puck off to number 8. That's Lindsay Gonsalves. That shot there will be blocked, and if Paquette can get a move on, she might have an opportunity, but she'll be closed off emphatically so far by number 6. That's Anna Kapowski coming all the way back to prevent an opportunity. That's the always dangerous Paquette bearing down on the puck, causing a little more problems here on the penalty kills. Paquette's great forecheck from them, but excellent job by SAIT to nullify any dangerous opportunities, and they'll re-rack in their own zone. Up to number 24. That is Kayla Eason leading the rush. Kayla Eason will skate all the way through with a nice shot that goes over the net. Good look there. Gonsalves battling in the corner. They'll fight for possession. Nate's going to work that along the boards behind their own net and fire it all the way down. A nice tip off the stick. High stick, though, potentially. Once SAIT touches this, it'll be blown down. Played illegally by number 24. That is Kayla Eason, just touching that with a high stick.
All right, here's a question for all you hockey fans who are new to this one. What's the difference between a high stick and just dropping it down in front of you?
Your stick there's a certain height limit. I think it's above your shoulders. The puck is not playable, but you can glove it down as long as you don't close your hand. Face-off win for SAIT in their own zone on this power play. Very important. That is Jenna Tuttle winding it up for the SAIT Trojans. In works, number 21. She's got a lane in a nice shot, and that's deflected off. Number 21, that is Sydney Hallman with the Jets as they come all the way down. Puck out of play. We'll get a fresh puck here for the referee. And SAIT able to potentially get a nice setup on what is 30 seconds of power play time remaining before number 17, Caitlin Tong, is allowed to re-enter the game. Off the face-off. That'll be worked along the boards. Chipped ahead, though.
Oh, with some speed.
2 players in. That's a shot and a nice save by Gross. That was number 14 there. Greer Slobada, your goal scorer, getting denied by Stephanie Gross, who continues to stand tall, and a busy first period for her. Nice pass over.
Doing a great job there, just keeping the head up on a swivel. These shots have been coming from everywhere.
Keep an eye on Hallman here. She's got the wheels. Hallman's going to be into pressure off a dump in from SAIT. Should be first on the puck, actually. Works that puck out. Caitlin Tong on the ice. Power play over for SAIT. Couple shots on net to be proud of, and an excellent job by Nate just to bend and not break. Airy in on the forecheck. She's been very effective so far in terms of speed, and that's Brewer behind the net. We'll feed it around to Eason. Eason lets the puck go for number 16. That is Michaela Lowen. Puck retrieved here by McKenna Foisey. Foisey in her own zone will send the puck right up. Closed off emphatically, and a nice hit by Gonzalez on Airy.
Yeah,
Airy's been speedy, but finally paying the price there. Puck dumped in, it looks like. That'll head into the opposite corner. Picked up again by McKenna Foisey, who will try to work the puck out. Eason gets in the way of that and may have hit their own little friendly fire there, but all players seem to be okay on the ice. Eason will pick it up, and oh my goodness, Rowland ends up on top of Deschamplain, it looks like. A little tangle up there. Puck will come free into the NAIT zone, backhanded along. Tipped, but recovered nicely. There's Deschamplain with a nice pass across. That's picked off very nicely there by Corey McGill. He's been all over this game so far. McKinnon taking the body and a slap shot from long and tipped in front. Puck ends up on net and swept away by Sarah Gross, who had to be extra sharp there on a deflection chance for NAIT.
Great job by Gross there, catching that slap shot right in the chest and then immediately clearing it.
Absolutely. It looked like the tip didn't actually make it on net, but the rebound attempt absolutely did. So under a lot of pressure there was the NAIT captain falling down. That's Julianne Crozier. Puck will come to the Trojans behind the net. Closed off, though, however, by number 24. That's Madison Teague on the defensive pinch, but puck exits the zone. That'll be picked up again by Teague. Teague with a nice one-touch pass. And Paquette will just tip that gently into the SAIT zone to initiate a change. Nice little change up there. Speaking of changes, by Jenna Tuttle, who's brought into the game again. Puck will be worked free, and a nice lead pass up to number 10. That's Hellberg breaking in onto the left wing. Hellberg under pressure from Eason. Eason pins her player along the boards. That's Hellberg fighting against two Trojans now, and that's number 15 in to help as well. Corey McGill coming all the way back defensively. Nearly a chance for Williams as they pressure along the boards, and big contact by McGill on Rappo, and she ends up taking the worst of that. And meanwhile, at the other end of the ice, Anna Kapowski making moves along the wing. She gets pressured by multiple people, and the ref is going to blow the whistle. Can't quite see the hand signal from here. Ref is going to skate over, and we have another NAIT penalty. So SAIT goes back to the power play here. That is number
12 here. That's Isabel Rappo.
Isabel Rappo taking the penalty. We're going to wait for a hand signal.
Yeah, Isabel Rappo, she's going to spend some time there in the sin bin. She's actually from Edmonton, Alberta, and she's taking a Bachelor's of Business Admin. So.
All right, so penalty kill wins that face-off. That'll be worked out to number 13. That's Hannah Paquette, who makes no mistake about sending that all the way down onto Stephanie Gross. Stephanie Gross had to be careful there because bearing down with a ton of speed was Dania de Champlain.
NAIT's doing a good job of putting pressure even when they're on the back foot. NAIT is very far up there.
That was 2 minutes for cross-checking was the penalty, I believe. Puck controlled here by Roberts. Roberts with a lot of wheels. She'll pass it off to the wing. Back to the point is Eason. Eason loads up with a pass and a one-timer. And a nice save there by Emery. And a follow-up shot. And potentially just off the post. And Emery scrambles to cover a great post shot.
Wow.
Oh, no, wait a minute. SAIT players are high-fiving like they may have got one here. Just tucked inside the post potentially. No, it's a change. It's a change. So that was a dead ringer off the far post for number 24. Kayla Eason comes so close on the power play.
Yeah.
And out comes another of the couple of the big hitters. Sarah Hoppins at the blue line was an assist leader for SAIT last season. Let's see what kind of magic she might have for us on the power play. So playing with the puck along the left side. Puck will come right to Hoppins with a nice shot and a blocker save pushed into the corner. Chevalier will collect along the left wing and work the puck deep. NAIT player falls down, see if SAIT can take advantage. That puck comes right back to 13, Sarah Hoppins. Hoppins will pass it across. That's a shot from number 21 along the ice and handled nicely by Emery. Just racking up the saves so far in this power play. Puck almost comes out, but handled nicely by Hoppins, who passed it over to Chevalier. Chevalier settles it down, tries a shot on net, handled by Emery, and that'll go to the corner. SAIT continues to pile up the shots here early. Puck will come out to an open wing, handled once again by Hoppins, keeping the puck in at the line and sends that puck across, handled in mid-ice there. Puck will come along the wing, potentially cleared out here. I can't quite see it yet. Board battle engaged in. NAIT has a little bit of room, but held in once again by Sarah Hoppins. Chevalier with a lane and a nice shot, and a great save by Emery again.
Shots coming from SAITs everywhere.
Yeah, Brewer back to Chevalier in the corner, and a deflection puts that puck into the corner. Recovered potentially by SAIT here. That puck will be fed along the boards, or pinned up along the boards as bodies go down. That puck seems to be stuck under players' equipment, but it'll actually come to the point to Sarah Hoppins, who tries an along the ice shot that's handled by Nate and taken behind the net by number 23. That is Julianne Crozier. She'll make no mistake about trying to get this all the way down, but with a player on the ice, this actually may go for icing. Correct. That is icing on Nate with 5 minutes and 29 seconds to go. Thoughts on the power play, Jamie?
Yeah, Nate's doing a good job. They're really stopping those shots, but SAIT just really, they set up and there was just shots coming from everywhere. The Nate goaltender, she had to have her head absolutely on a swivel there.
Yeah, absolutely great work from her to stand tall during the power play, and a great job by SAIT, like you said, to stay active, get those second and third chances. It's not just, shot and redo. So face-off one here by SAIT. Full strength are both teams. In is Brooke McClure getting that puck deep into the corner behind the net. That'll come free, potentially out to number 12. That's held in at the line by Tuttle. Tuttle has it again. That shot just skipped off of her stick and into the corner. Nate will try to go off the glass and try and work it out. They're under a lot of pressure here, but with some speed comes number 11. That's Grace Morton. Morton with a nice shot, handled. And a saucer pass comes all the way through, just skipping over the stick of Michaela Lowen. Top line out there for SAIT right now. Puck just skips by Jenna Tuttle, and Airy, that speedy player, is in against Brooke McClurg. McClurg with a nice poke along the ice there. That's number 6, Madison McCullough. Nice rising slab shot by Robar, handled up high on the glove by Stephanie Gross. Puck will come back to her again, and a nice shot and a blocker saved by Stephanie Gross. Puck in the corner, that'll work its way out. Chipped along, but held in by Airy. Airy comes in, bearing down with a shot, and a nice shoulder save from Stephanie Gross. Puck comes right out in front, and Nate can't get the shot off, and a great defensive play from SAIT as Stephanie Gross forced to stand tall in an offensive zone flurry for Nate. Airy nearly earns herself another loose puck. Under a lot of pressure right now is number 10, Emily McKinnon, unable to work it out, but puck will come to Brooke McClurg, number 4. McKinnon gets another chance along the wing, handled there nicely by number 14. That's Greer Slabida, your early goal scorer. Closing it off, and Jenna Tuttle will peel back into her own zone and try and earn the SAIT forwards a chance to change here. Brooke McClurg with a nice stick handle to get away from the Nate player. A little miscommunication allows LaPlante in. LaPlante falling down. Play will continue. I don't see an arm in the air. So play continues. SAIT around the wing, held in nicely there by Nate. Brooke McClurg does her best job to get it all the way down the ice without causing an icing. It's a nice half flip from them. SAIT forecheck able to go to work. One thing I've noticed from them is once the puck gets in the zone, they are very tenacious on the puck in the corners.
Yeah, they stay on that, and they know how to keep the puck in that zone. They do a great job of stopping at the blue line and just resetting.
Absolutely.
Over and over.
Outlet pass from Nate will be able to be held in. No, not held in. Just stopped at the blue line, just outside the blue line by McGill.
SAIT had to reset there, but
Nate tries to get the puck out. That puck will just skip over the stick of Rowland, pardon me. Nate with the puck along their own blue line. Teams trade possession here amongst a change. You got to be careful you don't take a too many men penalty. Puck comes out to number 24, Kayla Eason. Eason with a nice shot on net. Skips over the glove of the Nate goaltender. Not an issue as it just trickles behind the net there. Defenseman for Nate. Tied up nicely by the forwards of the Trojans. Working that along. Back to the point. Here's Eason with a fake shot. Tries to get it on. That's tipped by Paquette from Nate. Puck goes into the corner. Fought for briefly there by Anna Kapowski, but puck will come out. There's number 17, Caitlin Tong, after serving that penalty, will try and work her way in with a backhand that just goes wide. Didn't have to make a save, but had to be sharp with Stephanie Gross. Williams trying to work her way through 2 Nate players, but handled nicely by number 23, Julian Crozier, who's been kind of a steady force on the back end for Nate, just collecting loose pucks and making sure. But Williams with a chance here, then a shot along the ice and a tip, but just doesn't make it onto net.
Yeah,
not forced to make a save there.
Just went too many bodies up in front of that puck.
Absolutely. Puck will come free. Tong trying to work those wheels. Nice pass will bounce off the stick of number 19. That's all right. Puck comes all the way in, and a nice high shot from Williams goes over the glove side. You can tell that SAIT's trying to shoot for the roof on this goaltender so far.
Yeah, a lot of high shots. There hasn't been too much down on the ground.
Absolutely.
I wonder if they've been scouting.
Yeah, absolutely worth wondering. Puck poked ahead. Fought for nicely by Hoppins, but accidentally to an open player, Hellberg. SAIT players will collide, and the open puck will be collected by Abby Robar. Abby Robar feed that to her D partner. And the forward pass will miss everybody and not be called for icing.
Minute
Sarah
left in the
Hoppins.
period.
1 minute to go, and after the first, it is 1-0 NAIT. Puck comes out in front and a score! That looked to be number 12. Potentially, we'll see who leads the line here. The puck just came right in front of the goaltender and buried there by number 12.
Isabel Rappo.
Isabella Rappo getting on the board. We've seen her with a couple dangerous looks as well. And SAIT, although looking strong in the defensive end and on our forecheck, just a victim of a couple quick passes there.
Yeah, Isabel Rappo, she came off of that power play. She came out of the bench really hot. She was excited.
Absolutely. Lining up to take the face-off is Gonsalves, along her regular line mates, McKinnon and Lowen. Chevalier along the blue line will chip that puck over to McKinnon. The assist going to Hellberg with the goal from, that was Isabella Rappo, making it 2-0 for NAIT. Early in the first period, 39 seconds to go.
Oh, we got
Play
a
is
penalty
stopped.
here for SAIT.
SAIT penalty. Number 12, Jenna Tuttle in the box.
Setting up here on the left-hand side of the NAIT goaltender. SAIT goaltender, my bad.
We get the first look at NAIT's power play, but face-off will be won back to Chevalier, but collected nicely by NAIT behind the net. She'll go for a skate out front. That flood pass will be taken advantage of by Brooke Zazibida and sent all the way down the ice. And look at her go.
Yeah, she chased
into the
it all the
forecheck
way
as well,
down.
just trying to bleed some time off of this power play, being an absolute pester down there. Minute 39 to go, 16 seconds to go. We'll see if NAIT can pull out one last rush. Nice stop up there, 12 seconds. That puck worked along the blue line. 8 seconds to go here. Puck into the corner. Puck all the way back to the blue line. A shot from the NAIT player. That'll be handled nicely. 1 second to go, and at the end of the period, one last shot goes wide. Officially, 2-0 for NAIT with goals from Slabida and Rappo.
That was a heck of a period. NAIT just they just had the puck for a little bit longer that time, and the SAIT players, you just find there's a lot of cross-ice stuff going back and forth.
Perfect, and we will be back at the start of period 2 for more ACAC Women's Division action. Keep it tuned right here.
guys are learning and stuff like that, so just, maybe just call me when you take it, stuff like that. So your camera like we do again with Alvin directing. He'll tell his graphics. Ready grab like input 1, overlay 1. So he'll get a little bit technical with him, but he'll know what he's doing. Ready overlay, take overlay camera 1. Ready camera 2, take 2, fade out overlay. I'll let you know your overlay is on the front. So camera 2, wipe out a bit, release the program, take overlay. You guys are learning and it takes time, so yeah, don't feel too scared about adding too quickly unless you're jerking it back and forth. Kind of like that motion settings. But you can go about this fast. You can. I know you want to be steady and just trust the channel. I know it does seem a bit wobbly, but if you put some weight on it and trust it. Smooth, fast. Okay. So we can, yeah. Again, this is super unorthodox and you'll almost never shoot off this way. Just the way this arena was built without fear. Sucks and like yeah they did this with maximizing spacing. Arena 8 is Olympic size and it's got both seats on each side, but we never got to use that because shoot like question they got asked about all this Olympic size and college size and whatever. It's like, no, you can just go with the lines. Unfortunately, that happened.
Alrighty, second period upon us. First period down, 2 goals scored by NAIT, your goal scorers. Rapo Isabella, number 12, and Greer Slabida, your early goal scorers. And it's an impressive showing by both teams so far. We've seen speed, we've seen hits, we've seen feistiness, we've seen big saves, we've seen a couple goals. Jamie, how did you find the first period as players line up for the opening faceoff?
That was a very exciting first period. It is getting loud in here.
Absolutely. So NAIT starting on the power play after that cross-checking penalty to number 12. That was Jenna Tuttle, who's in the penalty box. Is a big piece of their penalty kill is Jenna Tuttle. So we'll see how NAIT handles this early.
Yeah, Nate's got a whole minute of power play to start this period off right now.
Absolutely. Foisey tried to dump it in and met nicely by Sarah Hoppins, who forces that puck back down. So McCullough with a cross-ice pass. NAIT will break into the zone. Puck just outside the line, says the linesman, and offside the call. So the face-off comes right outside of the zone.
Sarah Hopkins just doing a really good job of stalling this game, stalling this penalty out, really dragging this out, just wasting time on this power play. Hoppins, sorry about
Absolutely. No, absolutely. Great point. Players will line up for the face-off just outside the SAIT defensive zone. Tuttle is standing up in the box with 45 seconds to go in this power play. Face-off won by SAIT, able to work the puck out to center ice. That'll be handled nicely by Julianne Crottier, the captain. Puck will come to her, and she'll slap it up, and a nice tip by number 28 into the zone.
First time into the SAIT zone for this power play. SAIT
Absolutely. See if they can
job.
get set up. Board battle along, handled nicely by number 20. She'll fire it on net, and just puck will bounce into the corner. Crottier with the puck at the point, hands it over. Puck off a SAIT stick and into the corner, recovered nicely. Puck back to Crottier, who has a little bit of room here, but elects to pass it back along the wing. Unable to get the shot off. Puck shoveled towards the net. Power play, 6 seconds to go as Tuttle prepares to exit the box. A nice shot by Crottier and a nice 5-hole save by Sarah Gross. Puck will be fired down the ice. Crottier will be under immediate pressure from Tuttle. Nothing will come of it. Puck will get dumped in by the power play unit, and they'll head off. Brewer with a bit of a lane here, see if she can get spotted, but not enough time to get the puck up is the SAIT defense.
That almost got real spicy. Tuttle came out of the penalty box and snuck right up on the NAIT players.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Their bench must have warned them about that because almost got their pocket picked.
That'll be offside at the line. Puck will come to the left side of the Trojans goaltender, Stephanie Gross.
Yeah, and once again, we just want to take a big shout out to all the SAIT alumni out there in the crowd. I'm seeing a ton of foam fingers. We picked up some foam fingers here. So if you see us down here on the ice side, we're down here at the very end of the foam fingers. Make sure if you're out here, tag the SAIT alumni and the SAIT Trojans.
Absolutely. So face-off outside the defensive zone goes to the Trojans. Tried to work the puck free was Tuttle, but that'll be handled nicely. And a lane here for Anna Kapowski. Anna turned away at the blue line. Puck will get in deep for NAIT, and a board battle ensues along the corner. I see bodies on the ice. That's a Trojans player. That was number 3, Chevalier, under a little bit of pressure there.
Williams just being a pest right up there.
Doc with a pass over to Tong, and Paquette will break into the wing. Paquette had that stellar season 1 year ago. See if they can build on it into the first game of the opener here. Paquette with the puck in the corner. NAIT player takes a tumble. Play goes on. Puck sent to the point, and a shot gets tipped into just behind the net there, pardon me. McCullough does a good job of getting that puck back in deep. Puck will come out to Abby Robar on the point, who's done an excellent job of being a stabilizing force in that blue line in the offensive zone. Robar with 18 points and 5 goals a season ago.
Yeah, NAIT's they're just really setting up over here.
Yep.
Funny enough, they've gotten more shots on even 5-on-5 than they did on the 4-on-5.
Yeah, it's absolutely a testament to their 5-on-5 play, and a nice little endorsement of the SAIT penalty killers as well, who've been tested more than once this game, but to no avail so far. Puck battled for along this near corner where I don't have the most perfect view of it, but puck battles continue, and looks like possession is still very much up for grabs as the battle moves to behind the net. Puck will come out front. Nice shot there. Puck behind the net, comes out front, and a shot by Stephanie Gross, and she's forced to cover as Mignon Hellberg at the side of the net with a golden opportunity as the puck just bounced right to her.
Yeah, it looks like the SAIT captain there. She was getting a little feisty over there, so Good job from the SAIT goaltender there, just to freeze things down, slow this down a little bit. They were getting some heated exchanges on all of that.
Absolutely. Competition breeds feistiness, and nobody knows how to compete harder than these women.
Yeah,
Face off to the left of Stephanie Gross. Lining up there is number 15, Corey McGill, who's been solid all game. See if she can build on what has been a couple of great chances so far, but puck behind the net, battled for nicely. On her still is Corey McGill, doing a great job of fighting for the puck and almost comes free there for a moment, but able to work the puck out is number 13, Jenna Tuttle. Puck at the NAIT blue line, almost handled there nicely by Sheree, but puck recovered nicely by the NAIT defense. They'll try to work the puck out. Doing a little turnaround is Madison Teague, I think, yeah. Teague with another stop up, feeding behind the net to her defensive partner. That's Julianne Crottier, the captain. The captain under a little bit of pressure here so far from Maya Sheree. Maya Sheree takes her person into the boards, and having to pick themselves up off the ice is Crottier. SAIT with a little opportunity here, stopped nicely by Crottier and fired down the other side, but Sarah Hoppins, that stabilizing force on the blue line, gets the puck cross ice and into the NAIT zone. Recovered nicely by their defenseman, and that puck will come to the speedy Airy, who's had wheels all game.
Yeah, she is very quick.
Puck tried to get fired up, but off the NAIT player from the knees and sent in deep was Emily McKinnon's a great play there. Puck unable to be handled, and coming free on the wing was Slabida. Slabida with a pass to an open wing. He's to Speedy Airy in, tries to pass out front and just can't connect, and a beautiful defensive effort from Sarah Hoppins to take away a 2-on-1 opportunity for their goaltender. Now the puck at the line. Doc unable to get it in deep, but she does an excellent job of standing up her man, number 10, Emily McKinnon, at the line.
Yeah, McKinnon took that one right off the shins, but still going.
Absolutely. A couple bodies flying all over the ice. Not a problem here. High shot from Doc. Ends up in the corner. For a second, Stephanie Gross didn't know exactly where it was, but did well to maintain her position. That's number 4, Brooke McClurg, fighting for it in the corner. Going to try the open wing and stopped again by Doc, who's done a great job of keeping the puck in so far this shift. Gonsalves with a nice pass up to the assistant captain. And the assistant captain, Lowen with a shot, handled nicely by Emery, who's been the less busier goaltender of the two so far, but does a nice job to stay sharp, and a potential break. That's number 14, Greer Slabida, your goal scorer, in, and she has LaPlante in front. A pass tried to go out front, stopped nicely there by Kayla Eason. A nice defensive play to break up what looked quite dangerous. Eason will chug the puck forward through center ice on her own, sends it deep. Roberts, she's got Brewer with her. Eason around the net, sends the puck out front off the skate of LaPlante. A nice defensive play. Rowland will collect the puck at the blue line and send it in deep. That is Jessa Brewer getting taken to the ice there. A nice stick lift attempt and a nice break here along the ice for Peyton Bastarash. Peyton Bastarash with the puck on her backhand, stops up in the corner, tries to send the puck out in front. A nice collection there for Abby Robar. Abby Robar unable to hold the puck, and it'll go back the other way. Sydney Holman with a lot of speed with a nice move through 2 defensemen. Still has the puck, and a nice shot tips off of the stick of Emery, who had to make a sharp angle save and nearly bonked the referee in the head with the puck on that one.
That was a
nice lead pass, not tipped by NAIT. It'll be a race forward and icing on NAIT. The puck will come down.
That was a heck of a shot there by Zezabata there.
Yeah, Zazibata with a beautiful opportunity in the zone.
Yeah.
So something to build off of your SAIT.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on that one. Managed to get the shot off even though she was getting just surrounded by NAIT players there. So good job of fighting for that one.
Yeah, absolutely. The compete is to be marveled at. Pucks sent around the glass after a defensive win for NAIT. Remember, after the icing, a lot of the more tired NAIT defenders are still stuck out there. They're going to try the other wing for an outlet. Puck held on there for just a second. It'll be, I thought it was caught in the referee's feet, but it's free. Coming out is the NAIT team, and Gonsalves taking their player into the corner, and a huge collision between Teague and number 6, Anna Kapowski. They'll trade blows, and oh my goodness, Teague grabbing her bottom calf there. Seemed to be a little bit of a collision there, and words exchanged along the ice as well between Chevalier and Tong. As the game goes on, I'm telling you, it's only going to get more exciting. Last week we had an exhibition game, and they had a borderline fight.
Oh, wow.
So when real stats are on the line, there's no telling what we could be in for, but a nice face-off win, and Teague collects behind the net. tries a pass. That'll go all the way down unless Tong has the wheels to beat out the icing, and she does! Tong keeps the puck alive, tries to send it out in front. A nice slap shot goes over the net. No save had to be made there, and a nice block by number 6. That's Anna Kapowski getting in the way of a potentially dangerous shot. Puck will come out front to Doc, unable to handle it. Doc will collect at the blue line. Just protecting the puck there, and a poke, and nearly a break for Kapowski, but just kind of bouncing off Doc there and falling at center ice, unable to take advantage of the break.
Yeah.
Both teams doing a great job of stalemating here. We've got no goals scored in the period. Both teams look to be fighting very hard out there for space. A tipped puck will go all the way down. Another icing call on NAIT brings the puck back.
Yeah, we're seeing the SAIT players get a lot more aggressive this time around. We're seeing the NAIT players have to dump those pucks. That's why we've seen 2 icing calls right away. The NAIT players have been caught out of position, and sometimes they just got to get rid of it as quick as they can.
Yeah, and you know what? Despite being caught out of position, defensively, they've still done a really good job. Not a ton of A1 grade chances, but offensive zone 1 for SAIT. I got to get a better view here. Puck taken almost by NAIT. They can't work it out of the zone. They ran into a defenseman, and that's number 14, Lily Roberts, having to take the puck all the way back into her zone. She'll pass it across. Puck collected in the defensive zone. That's a pass up for Holman. Pardon me. Holman will send it up. Roberts was checked at the line, unable to handle it, and all the way back for the puck was the NAIT defenseman. That'll come to McClurg at the line. McClurg hands it over to Tuttle. Tuttle back to McClurg. They'll play catch on the blue line. Pass and a one-touch pass from Brewer to Holman. Holman with a chance. Can't quite make it past, and Hellberg with an opportunity the other way gets stuffed by SAIT, and puck into the NAIT defensive zone. Collected there by number 12. That is Isabella Rappo, your second goal scorer of the game. She'll try the other side. McClurg there to meet Hellberg. Hellberg tries to get it out, and Hellberg on Holman. Holman able to recover the puck at center ice and send it back to Tuttle. Tuttle with a pass that just missed everybody along the wing. Not all the way down, not far enough for icing though, so it's collected in the corner by Chelsea Francis Barlow. They'll send it back, not enough for icing either, so Rowland will have to collect in her own zone. Pass over to her partner. That puck goes along the boards, out to the NAIT bench where a player jumps on and they're fresh.
Yeah, immediate pressure there from that.
Delayed offside forces NAIT out of the zone and gives SAIT a chance to reconvene. Sorry, Jamie.
Nope.
Puck deep there. That's Greer Slabida into the corner. They'll try it and get it out front, and Gross has to make a goal line stand as things get a little bit dicey in the SAIT end.
Yeah, we're just seeing the NAIT players. They're really putting that pressure on now. But I really wonder who had the most time in puck control there, because it seems we're spending a lot of time in the NAIT zone. But
absolutely, it's been a little bit split because NAIT did start the period on the power play as well, so they had a little bit of zone time there as well. But that'll be taken behind the net by number 5. That puck will squirt just out of the zone and collected nicely there by number 8. That's Chelsea Francis Barlow again. She'll send a pass forward intended for McCullough, but ends up going the length of the ice. Icing beat out again by Airy, who's been nothing but speed so far today. They'll dump it into the corner for their line mate. Yes. Nice little move there as well to get free, and a one-timer doesn't hit its mark. Puck will come along the boards, fought for nicely. Players begin engage in a board battle. Looks like the puck's going to end up out of the zone and all the way down the ice in just such a way where I can't see it, but it's icing.
Oh, right, yeah. Last person who had that puck over there, that'll be number 20, Abby Robar from Edmonton. She's taking another business. She's another business admin student there. She played for the St. Albert Slash last year.
Absolutely. So a newcomer to the team. Gotta love it. In is Gonsalves to take the face-off against LaPlante. This has been a fun face-off matchup all day, and Gonsalves with a nice win directly to the goaltender, but that's collected by NAIT and tried to throw out in front, but the centering pass off a SAIT defenseman and collected along the wing. The puck will end up into the corner, and a pass out front tipped by number 22. That was Peyton Bastarash right out in front and had to make a sharp save, was Gross.
Loose puck rolls in behind the NAIT net.
That's Claire LaPlante sending it all the way over to her partner. That's number 2, I think.
Yep, that'll be...
Oh, pardon me, that's number 20. Abby Robar.
Abby Robar again.
So Abby Robar tries to get clean possession, but again, the SAIT defense doing a great job of standing them up. Puck will roll all the way down. That was Anna Kapowski trying to apply a little bit of up-ice pressure. The forecheck for SAIT goes to work there. That's number 19 fighting along the boards. That's Esther Bolema, who is the goal leader for this SAIT team last year. Keep an eye on her. Kaposki. That puck will come out. Number 19, our captain, Bolema, struggling a little bit at center ice, and the puck will come to Captain Crottier. Here she is, Crottier in on with a dangle, and a weak backhand on. 2 saves for Gross, and the puck still loose, comes out front to number 3, that's Chevalier. Chevalier will hand the puck off to Kapowski. Kapowski's all the way down. She's being harassed by 2 players. And it appears a slashing penalty against just Champlain, who's been very feisty this game, but just outside the defensive zone, or just outside the offensive zone, actually gets called for the slash.
Yeah.
Made official there by our referee. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Tish Champlain there. She's she's a personal fitness trainer. It's her first year down at NAIT, and she's out of Sturgeon Country, Alberta.
Wow, Sturgeon Country, gotta love it. So Chevalier with the puck at the point, and a nice slap pass that goes into the other corner. That's number 21, Sydney Holman, collecting and holding along. A bit more of a spread out look on the power play here. Sarah Hoppins with a pass over, and a shot deflected off a player and into the corner, collected by Nate. Nate will try to get it out, and just past the outreach of Chevalier. Sarah Hoppins back to take advantage. Chevalier tries the open wing, tries to work it around Doc, and does. Around 2 NAIT players now, and the puck goes into the corner. Taking a huge tumble there as well with Chevalier. Puck backhanded out to Sarah Hoppins. Sarah Hoppins with a nice shot. That's skated out. That was a nice defensive play there from number 18, McKenna Foisey, who stopped the puck with her skate and fired it all the way down on the penalty kill. 1 minute, 9 seconds to go on the power play for SAIT. Chevalier gains center ice and passes it back. Hoppins will try and gain the zone, but a nice pass to Brewer. Brewer with the puck right behind her, passes the puck back to Hoppins. Hoppins with a backhand pass that just was not read perfectly by her teammate, but SAIT able to recover the puck nicely and tries to get it deep. Puck into the corner now. That'll bounce off Holman, and Nate will try the other wing outlet and send the puck all the way down. So having a tough time getting this power play set up, but the penalty kill for Nate standing strong so far.
I don't know if you can hear it on the broadcast, but that banging over there, that's number 19 for the NAIT team, Champlain. She is feisty in that box.
Yeah, she's letting her team know that they're doing well, and in with a bunch of speed was number 24, Kayla Eason. Impressive amount of speed. Shot, puck pounded in there by Kapowski. Into the corner. SAIT holds, and a sharp angle shot bounces off Imrie and into center ice, where it's handled nicely by Nate and fired down. 5 seconds to go on the penalty. Champlain is up and standing, ready to rejoin the play. 2 seconds to go. Power play is over. SAIT, though, with one last rush up. That looked really good as they were entering the zone. Lily Roberts had Gonzalez open on the wing, but unable to make it happen. Nate gets the puck in deep. Board battle ensues behind Stephanie Gross. Stephanie Gross forced to look shoulder to shoulder, try and see where that puck is. It's going to end up in the corner to her left. Puck fought for nicely. It'll pop out to Gonzalez. Gonzalez with a pass off the board. Referee will say it's tipped, no icing. Puck collected behind the net. That is number 14, your first goal scorer, Slobida, losing it, though. Pass out front. McGill couldn't handle it, and there's your speedy number 5, Maria Airy, down. She'll backhand it to an open wing, able to skate onto it, and firing a shot onto Stephanie Gross to no avail. Puck sent along there by Corey McGill. That'll be collected in the corner. McClurg just out of her reach. It'll come back to McGill along the wing, and potentially worked out here by Zvida. Puck back to McClurg. Puck skipped over her stick again. She's just having some bad luck during this shift, but another opportunity. Puck comes to Jenna Tuttle in the corner. Tuttle to her knees. Can't quite get the puck there. Play continues. Doc with a nice shot and a potential tip into the corner from Nate. Looked dangerous, but Stephanie Gross standing tall but not forced to make a save. Number 4, McClurg will send it back into the opposite corner. 3 NAIT players reach that wing to greet her, and they're forced to try the other side now. That puck will come to Zabida, sent out to center ice, and dumped in by number 15. That is Corey McGill, so they can get some fresh bodies onto the ice there.
Yeah, full change by SAIT on this one.
Absolutely.
Still got some players left out there for a while now.
Yeah, that is number 7, Callie Dock. Callie Dock had an amazing season last year. She finished with 18 points and 4 goals at the end of the season with a backhand out in front, and Sarah Gross had to make a sharp save as Dock just basically worked her way through most of the SAIT defense. Paquette tried to pick up a loose puck, but it's handled by Gonzalez. In with a shot, holds it looked like off the goaltender's knob.
Yeah, just off the top of that stick there.
And puck will go out of play.
Yeah.
That was Gonsalves bustling in on the wing, and one of the cleaner looks we've seen for SAIT out of this period. 3 minutes and 46 seconds in an action-packed second period. If I'm being honest with you, this period is faster paced than the first one, but no goals yet.
Yeah, it's been a lot of back and forth. And
puck gets slammed around, held in at the line by Hoppins. Hoppins engages a board battle. Here's Anna Kapowski with a pass out in front, and that doesn't connect, unfortunately. It looked like an A1 opportunity for SAIT. Paquette will try and work the puck out, not far enough for icing. McClurg back to pick it up. She'll circle around her net and stop up nicely on a dime there and feed it with a backhand along the wing. That puck will be picked up by number 19, Esther Ballema. Ballema falling down at center ice. Kapowski unable to make contact with the puck. She'll try and get it down. That'll be handled by number 8, Chelsea Francis Barrow, handling the dump in. Francis Barrow will try and get it a little further, stopped by Hoppins. Hoppins will try and dump it in. If this goes all the way, it'll be icing, and it is.
Yeah. We got to see Emily McKinnon there. She was touching the puck there. She's from Nanaimo, BC.
Wow.
Yeah, she used to play for the Vancouver Seals a couple years ago, but now she's over at SAIT. She's taking open studies.
Absolutely. Grace McDonald. We were looking at Emily McKinnon, year 2. Defensive zone for SAIT. That puck will be pounced on nicely by number 11. That was Kaylee Williams. Now Anna Kapowski with an attempted toe drag, but Teague did well for NAIT to take that puck back. That's Williamson in the corner, fighting for it. Here's Anna Kapowski, who's been strong on the puck all night. She'll backhand it out in front. Puck comes right back to her. She's shooting off the blocker of Imrie, who had to make a 10-beller save right there. Chevrolet at the point, fakes the pass. Puck will come to Holman. Holman unable to handle the hot pass, and that'll be Captain Crozier sending the puck back around, and that'll be Teague in the corner in a battle with Williams. Puck will come back to Crozier, who sends it up the wing. Couple passes, and they're out here. That's McCullough up on the wing. Aries works out to beat out another icing for NAIT. That's 3 now that the speedy Aries has been able to beat out. Nice shot from the point, handled nicely by Gross, and puck to the corner. Number 12, that was Jenna Tuttle with an attempted clear, but it went off the board awkwardly and stayed in. They'll try the other side for an outlet, but stopped in their tracks by Slabida. Slabida's turning back and forth behind the net, and puck will come out free to the wing, but NAIT does a good job of getting that puck in just a little bit deeper now. Fought for along the wall. Puck will come free to the SAIT defense. That'll work out to number 7, Jessa Brewer. Jessa Brewer forced to go back behind her own net. She's got Chevalier with her. They'll try and work it back behind the net the other way, so Chevalier has to make a split-second decision because she's being bared down on by 3 NAIT players. That'll be number 14, Lily Roberts, trying to get it in deep, playing alongside Jessa Brewer there. Jessa Brewer has the puck skip just past her, and turning on the Jets is number 22, Peyton Bastarash, but not enough as it's icing on NAIT.
Just about a minute left in this period. It feels like it has been absolutely flying. There's been so many more shots on net. Actually, I'm doing the rough napkin math. It has been almost twice as many shots on net this period as the last one.
Yeah, absolutely. So both goaltenders earning their stay so far. Both goaltenders in the second period staying strong. Face off, won by NAIT. That'll be picked up by Doc behind the corner and sent all the way around. That'll be number 28 trying to get it out. That's the NAIT player there, and puck will be fed back to number 7. That's Callie Dock. Callie Dock taking a spill over Sheree. Yeah. That puck will be fought for, but check shrugged off in the corner by NAIT, and the board battle ensues. You got 6 players in total there fighting for the puck. And it'll come out free to Sheree. Sheree fought by Hellberg. Sheree has the puck again, though. She'll try and get it deep. Stopped up nicely, but Zazabida there to send the puck in even deeper. Puck will come all the way around, poked out free and out of the NAIT zone and into the bench. Nearly taking out their own coach was Rowland, and a couple of chuckles had on the bench as Players were forced to duck for cover.
Yeah. Looks like that was Brendan Jensen there, the SAIT coach, almost took one off the face there. So
Yeah,
glad everybody's okay.
absolutely. Bit of a close call there. That's why even when you're on the bench, you got to stay sharp.
Yeah, you got to keep your head on a swivel. I'm glad we got glass in front of us.
Yeah, exactly. Even then, it doesn't prevent you from being jump scared.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
All right, puck into the SAIT zone, fought for behind the net. Defended well, though, by Gonsalves.
See what they can do with the last 10 seconds here.
3 seconds to go, and his time expires. It'll be just a big check into the corner, and end of the period, 2-0 NAIT. Your goal scorers remain the same, score unchanged, but vibes a little bit better.
Yeah. Yeah, we're hearing a lot more chatter from the benches. I mean, we can hear the girls. They're really yelling at each other.
And that brings us into the second intermission. Stay tuned. We'll be back with your third period on ACAC TV.
I was like, ooh, the first one I was like, I don't go to the gym a lot. Like, I'm just like, I'm brand new. I'm not kind of like how I'm actually. So like actually like for an hour like consecutive like cardio like doing that. For a bit there, I was like, ooh, Kieran. I was like, I'm feeling great now. Yeah, I just like the whole self. Yeah, that's
Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting set for the puck drop on third period. Period 1 brought us 2 NAIT goals. Period 2 brought us back and forth action. What will period 3 bring us under the Friday night lights? Trojans versus the Ooks is 2-0. Puck collected by Chevalier in the corner in her own zone. Stephanie Gross out to start the third period again. She's been absolutely solid. A nice chip puck goes all the way through, and icing called on SAIT. Jamie, welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back. We're getting back into it now. Shots on goal are looking a little one-sided for the NAIT team, but it doesn't really reflect what we've been seeing here on the ice.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen a ton of up-ice pressure from SAIT. We've been highlighting the forechecking all game, but not necessarily translating into a high shot total. Face-off on the catching glove of Stephanie Gross. Puck won by Jenna in the corner. Jenna Tuttle. Here's Madison Teague at the point. Tries to work on Williamson. Williamson gets the puck out. A nice big hit there on number 19. That's Dana DeChamplain taking the worst of that exchange. Puck into SAIT territory now in the corner for Paquette. Brought out for Teague. Teague passes it across to Captain Crozier. Crozier with a shot. That goes off a stick and into the corner.
Straight down center ice on that puck.
Absolutely. Puck collected again by Captain Crozier. Puck will come to Paquette. The ever-dangerous Paquette loses it, and puck will be picked up by Roberts. Puck helped along there by number 9. That's Grace McDonald getting it in deep. And puck will be picked up by Brewer along the ice and try to work it back to Easton, however. Puck will go to the other side. Fought for along the ice. They got a player streaking, but it looks like McCullough's going to try and take all the space on her own and chip the puck into the corner and go after it herself. She fights for the puck behind the net. And coming out for the shot was Chelsea Francis Barrow, but that shot goes wide. Doc will fire that puck all the way back into SAIT territory and begin to change. Steaming onto the puck is number 14. That's Greer Slabida in to put in a little bit of pressure. Airy with a little bit of pressure along the wing as well. And a nice move there from number 14. That's Lily Roberts to get around that defending player. And puck dumped into the NAIT zone for the first time this period and skated onto nicely by Jessa Brewer. Jessa Brewer loses it, though, along the wing. And a pass out to Airy. Bounces off the stick and goes to Sarah Hoppins. Sarah Hoppins will try to get it deep, but off a stick, and that'll bounce right to McKenna Foisey. Foisey will send it around. Picked up by NAIT, and a flubbed pass will present itself as a loose puck at center ice. That's number 28 trying to work their way around. Puck will come back to the blue line, handled nicely there by Abby Robar. Abby Robar will send it to an open wing, and the puck will be fought for right in front of the NAIT bench.
A lot of
puck will come out. Sorry about that.
Oh, a lot of fighting here in between the blue lines.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of neutral zone play. Puck collected behind the net by the NAIT Ooks, and they'll work it up to an empty wing. Gonzalez on there to pressure, and they'll get the puck even deeper and back in a NAIT zone. Collected nicely by Abby Robar. She'll try the other wing. Closed off there by Gonzalez again.
Oh, here comes Brennan here with a little bit of speed. Gets a shot blocked by number 13 on the SAIT team there. That's Hoppins. Oh, another
Absolutely.
shot on the net.
Couple big saves there for Gross. Puck will come to the blue line. Crozier sends it over, and a nice cross-ice pass disrupted quite nicely there by Zazie Bida. They'll send Teague down to the blue line. Puck fought for by Morton. She'll fall, and the puck comes right out front, and an attempted shot by Hellberg, stopped by Lowe, and a great defensive play by SAIT. NAIT looks dangerous here to start the third period. 16 minutes to go. Puck controlled nicely in the SAIT zone. SAIT doing a good job of fighting for that puck back, and it'll go all the way to center ice. And room to skate onto it is McKinnon. McKinnon stops up. She's got a little bit of room and a nice dangle to earn herself a little bit of space in the corner. Puck will come right back out. Kicks from the stick to the skate, but taken away nicely there by the NAIT Ooks, pardon me. Puck fought for along the boards. McKinnon doing a great job to close her player off. Collected by Chevalier in the zone. Nice one-touch pass. Will send it right through to Esther Ballema. Ballema, that goal leader 1 season ago. Helps that puck get deep. Collected by McKenna Foisey. McKenna Foisey will send it around. De Champlain tries to help the puck along. Champlain with a nice move around her man. And up comes Doc. Doc busting through center ice, works off a check and a shot, and it goes over the net. Stays in the netting off the boards and bounces out front. That'll be Holman. Holman tries to get it free, and Williams. Williams has a break. She comes in, holds the shot, and a nice save there by Georgia Emery.
Yeah, great shot there by Hopkins.
Absolutely. Tuttle comes over to close off her man, and puck ends up in center ice. That'll be taken by McKenna Foisey again. Foisey with a pass off the boards to Just Champlain, who makes no mistake about getting that in deep. Puck recovered in the corner by number 17. That is Caitlin Tong fighting for it along the boards. Puck squirts free. That'll be taken by Chevalier. Chevalier with a lot of room, or not a lot of room down the wing, but a lot of speed. Chevalier gets it in deep. That's a defenseman getting in there on the forecheck. Number 14 in, Lily Roberts to help. Puck will come along the wing, and it's already worked out. That was Paquette sending it to an open wing, and Tong in to skate in on it, battling Kayla Eason in the corner. Puck comes to Nate at the blue line, and a weak shot doesn't go anywhere, but puck squirted right out in front, and a nice shot there for Maria Ari, who's been all over the game, and Gross with the answer.
Yeah, Maria Ari out of Fort St. John, British Columbia, taking business at man.
Yeah, puck held in though. McCullough gets that deep. Chevalier into pressure. That'll be taken by number 14 on the NAIT team. That's Greer Slabida. Robert at the point, and a nice shot fought off there by Gross, who's done well to stay strong. And a pass comes out in front, but that's picked off quite nicely by Brooke Zazibida, and she'll send her team away. Puck gets sent in deep by Roberts. That'll be just out of play, I believe. Yep, referee says off is sticking out. And back to JV.
All right. So I don't know if you guys can hear it, but the crowd is getting loud out here. We got a lot of SAIT alumni. We did get to spend some time with some of the SAIT alumni during the break. It's been great. If you didn't get your chance to come on down, head on down to the next game. We got some foam fingers and stuff like that for anybody who wants it. They're getting set back up here over on the NAIT side.
Perfect. So face-off won by SAIT in the offensive zone, but unable to keep the puck. And with speed, out comes number 28.
Graham.
That puck unable to stay in. That'll be brought in fast by Sarah Hoppins. Player out in front, and a shot along the ice is blocked, and another shot out in front, blocked, and another shot misses the net. That's number 15 out in front. That was Corey McGill, just missing a point-blank opportunity. Great work by Georgia Embry to stay square to the shooter and not give her a ton to shoot at. That's number 28. That's Graham into forecheck. Sarah Hoppins behind the net. Tries to make a decision. Pass to a wing. Immediately pressured on there by Grace Morton. Grace Morton with a good job on the forecheck, but puck will come out to center ice and handled back by number 10. That's Hellberg. Hellberg tries to one-handed into the zone, handled by Sarah Hoppins at the face-off dot. That'll be fed on over to Brooke McClurrick. McClurrick up the ice, handled nicely. Hellberg busting into the zone with a lot of speed, trying to take on two SAIT defensemen. They do a good job to stand her up, and the puck ends up behind the net. Tong unable to work it free. That puck will come over to number 25. That's Maya Sheree. Sheree passed it back to Hoppins, and Hoppins will work it up for McGill. McGill and McKinnon on the ice. McKinnon with those wheels, trying to apply a little bit of forecheck. SAIT players are changing. We have a delayed penalty as well, icing on the play there. And a hold called on the NAIT player. We'll see who the perpetrator of the hold is, if there is one. Or was this just icing? Methinks icing.
All right.
So my apologies. Face off to the left of Emery. Puck won by NAIT, but taken by Eason at the point. Over. Shot just goes wide. Puck recovered in the corner.
Just a blue line rocket out of there.
Absolutely.
Shame it missed the net.
Puck squirts out free. Hellberg maintains in her own zone. Dancing is Callie Dock as she twists and turns, but held in nicely there, but finally a chance to break it all the way out. Here's Morton. She makes a move, and poke check by Sarah Gross as that move just helped the puck get away from Morton there as she was breaking in on the ice. Paquette picks up the puck in the corner and tries to pass it out front. Blocked by the SAIT defenseman. It ends up behind the net. Twisting and turning is the SAIT goaltender Gross to try and get a view on it. That free puck will come out to Anna Kapowski. Anna, she's got room and players with her, but she's just going to elect to get it deep, try to centering pass, but that'll be picked off by the NAIT defense. They've done a good job. And a nice move to the corner there by Chelsea Francis Barlow. Over to Paquette. Paquette's been oh so dangerous, and a shot, and it goes wide. Deschamplain tried to get it on net into the corner. Deschamplain's trying to work that puck free against number 8, Lindsay Gonsalves, sorry.
And Nate had 4 players deep there, but decided to take the shot instead of passing.
Absolutely. Paquette into pressure Tuttle. Tuttle does well to get that puck around her, and Gonsalves just has a little bit of trouble handling that puck, but it'll be sent in. It'll be sent in deep into the zone by McKinnon. That puck's recovered by the NAIT defense, and with speed comes in NAIT. That shot just deflected there. That'll be Greer Slabida, your previous goal scorer, and the puck squirts to the opposite corner. Gets sent back around. Lowen will be able to skate onto it. They have a little bit of time, and to greet her is 3 NAIT players as they close off the end boards emphatically. McCullough with a nice lead pass, but just out of the reach, and that'll be covered nicely by Stephanie Gross.
Yeah. We did see Greer Sabala there. She's taking power engineering over up at NAIT there. She's out of North Battleford, and man, did she have some power when she can rifle that puck down. And some crazy speed coming out of her.
Yeah, absolutely. Sydney Holman, speaking of speed, the speedy Holman in to take the faceoff up against number 19, Dana Deschamplain. So puck won by Holman, and SAIT has an opportunity to get it out. Holman potentially tripped up, but play is going to go on. I don't see any hands in the air, so just losing an edge there is Holman, and SAIT will actually get called for, oh no, there was a penalty called actually, so the trip not missed by the referee. That'll be number 22 serving the infraction. That's Peyton Bastarash with the trip, and SAIT with an opportunity halfway through the period to get themselves back into it 2-0 here.
Wow. Peyton Basharash, she's going to spend some time in the sin bin over there. She's actually a native of Edmonton, and she's on her 5th year up at NAIT.
Yeah, nice face-off win there. Puck recovered by Anna Kapowski at the corner. A nice little curl and drag by Eason. She'll take her spot as a quarterback of this power play. Loaded up shot. Bounces off the player, number 20. That's Abby Robar blocking the shot, but SAIT able to kick. Oh, and a nice shot goes right into the glove. A sharp angle shot handled nicely by Georgia Imran.
Yeah.
Players are lining up here for another offensive faceoff. Number 19, Esther Bolima, in to take the faceoff, and a scramble draw won by SAIT. Sarah Eason, she'll collect. Nice hard pass over to Boleman.
Getting set up back here in the corner.
Puck works itself back out, tried to get out. Nice keep there by Eason. Eason will feed it in deep onto the wing. Board battles will continue in the corner. Puck comes out free, though, to Roberts. Roberts with a little bit of room. Maybe just took a little bit too long there. Player goes down in the corner. That's Gonsalves out. Or Gonsalves, sorry. That puck cleared all the way out and picked up by Eason.
SAIT still has a minute.
Gonsalves.
Still has a minute on the power play here.
53 seconds and counting. Re-rack done. And with speed comes number 6, Anna Kapowski. Anna Kapowski will leave that puck for Gonsalves again. Gonsalves over to Roberts. Roberts had the puck skip on her. Deschamplain not able to calm that puck down. And Easton with a little bit of room, able to skate in, tries to make a move to the side, and not able to get a clean shot off. Is well done by the NAIT defense to prevent what looked to be a high percentage opportunity for for Easton, pardon me.
Yeah, she had a lot of ice there, just couldn't quite capitalize.
Puck gets sent around to the wing, and you got to imagine NAIT will make no mistake about firing that all the way down. 18 seconds to go, so one last rush here if you're SAIT, but you got to hurry. That's number 13, Hoppins behind the net. Yep. Hoppins will come out with a nice pass.
Last push of the power play here.
On the freight train down the right wing, but goes nowhere, and they'll be immediately sent back, and Paquette able to skate onto it. She'll be first onto the puck. Player out of the box, and teams return to full strength, so a couple shot attempts and one shot on net for the SAIT Trojans on that power play, and hopefully give them something to build off of. Referee says no ice as that puck will get tipped into the zone and collected by Callie Dock. Callie Dock with a lead feed for Erie that Hoppins did well to get in front of. Puck will be fought for along the wing, and Nate with a little bit of room to get it out. Airy, that speedy Airy comes in. Number 14, she has a move and a move to the outside and a great save there from Stephanie Gross. Disgusting save from Gross. In deep. Zazibaida trying to pressure the Nate defenseman. Able to throw it back nicely. There's Callie Dock, one of the point leaders for Nate last season. She'll wind it up with moves through center ice. She's got Airy with her and a shot and a nice save by Stephanie Gross again, standing tall. That 5'5" goaltender doing excellent work this evening. Nice one-touch pass. Airy will do well to backhand that back into the zone, and it'll be collected by Eason here. Eason with a reverse pass to number 4. That's Brooke McClurg. Zazibaida has a little bit of room, and a nice poke check stood up there at the line and recovered by number 20. That is Abby Robar with a defensive collection. Puck comes back to Robar. She'll try and send it off the boards. Morton tried to hit a one-touch to get it deeper. She does, but that puck will end up right on McClurg's stick. She'll try and pass it out, but Nate does well on the forecheck. Puck comes right out in front. No shot yet. That's Crottier. Or, sorry, no, it isn't. That is number 8, Francis Barlow, with a shot that goes nowhere. Puck will come all the way around. Skated onto nicely by Charest. Puck comes out, just missing Whalen there. Or, sorry, not Whalen. That's number 11, Kaylee Williams. Puck was just missing her. So Eason at the side of the net under a little bit of pressure. And Stephanie Gross forced to cover on a close call.
Yeah, Stephanie Gross has been doing an absolutely great job out there. Her hometown's out of Cochrane. And, yeah, she's taken mechanical laboratory technology, so great between the pipes, and she sounds smart as heck. That does not sound like an easy class to take.
Yep, 24 out of 26 saves made for Stephanie Gross. That's a sparkling stat line to take home. But for Stephanie Gross, you'd love to see her take the win home. Puck comes right out in front, and a nice pass stuffed from Peyton Bastarash. Puck ends up behind the net. It'll be fought for. Chevalier's there. Number 19 for SAIT is there, Esther Bolema. Bolema does well to get that puck back to Chevalier. Chevalier's got Tuttle with her, but puck picked off by Teague in center ice. Teague getting worked on along the boards. Puck will come out. Peyton Bastarash tried. They miss, and it's a 2-on-1. Tuttle down the wing, and a shot, and a nice save. Rebound comes out front and handled by Nate. Great defensive recovery off a nicely executed 2-on-1 by SAIT. Deschamplain does her part to get the puck deep. Or sorry, that's Graham getting the puck deep there. Collected by Chevalier behind the net. 5 minutes to go here. 2-0 Nate.
That shot got the SAIT bench real riled up over
Absolutely. SAIT's getting excited. They can smell something coming, and a one-timer to the side of the net. Either went off a stick or missed and ends up in the corner. That'll be Deschamplain collecting the puck along the wing. Deschamplain swapping spots with Doc. She'll send it across. Doc with an open wing. Doc on a shot, and a great save by Stephanie Gross again to fight off one of the more elite shooters on Nate. That's Callie Dock in the corner getting pressured. She does a good job to keep the puck alive, and it'll come to Deschamplain behind the net. Deschamplain holding. She'll try and find a pass across or just take a bunch of space in center herself, and an attempted tip by Paquette doesn't work, and an easy save for Gross. Puck fought for in the corner. Man taken down by number 19. That was Esther Bolema doing hard defensive work in the corner, but puck comes to Paquette. Paquette will do a lap around that high slot area. Feeds the puck back, and a one-touch pass sends it behind the net. Almost collected there by Bolema again, but puck just goes past. Puck was out front there for a second. Had to stay sharp, and a long backhand will make its way down, and ref says that Nate had an opportunity to touch it, so it'll be no ice.
Oh, SAIT needed this little bit of a break here. That puck was down there in their end for a long
time. Oh, and a big spill, and double spill
Oh!
happened. Players are falling all over the ice, and here comes Holman. Pardon me. That was Holman. I was correct, but the puck ends up in center ice after a fast rush. That'll be fed over. Nate bustling into the zone. They'll try a pass across. It doesn't go anywhere. Collected nicely by Roberts. Roberts tried to get the puck over to Brewer. Brewer has an opportunity, but that'll be number 20. Abby Robar sending it back down. McClurg with a beautiful little pirouette move to get away from two defenders, almost a third, and just had unfortunately lost the handle on the puck. Another Nate player goes down at center ice, but unaffected are the Trojans as they bust into the zone. But that puck will be taken back by Grace Morton. Morton with a nice defensive work to get it down. And here comes Airy again, the ever so speedy Airy trying to make a move out in front. Ends up behind the net, hassled by Hoppins.
What a fancy pass there.
Yeah, nice pass, but McClurg ends up with the puck in the corner, and she'll backhand it out. A nice between the legs pass over to Brewer. Brewer will try and get it deep, but a really nice move there by Teague. These teams are heating up. Gonsalves in on the forecheck on number 11. That's Grace Morton. Grace under a little bit of pressure. It looks like Gonsalves is going to come away with the puck. Puck comes to Easton, and a nice shot and glove save by Emery.
Emery's been absolutely killing it over there. Taking personal fitness over there, and she's from Kyle, Saskatchewan.
Ah,
Yeah.
I'm learning new places today.
Yeah, there's a lot of diverse team members here.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like timeout call here for SAIT. So you, I feel like you have a good basis for hockey knowledge. So I would like to know, what would your take be if you're the SAIT coach? What's your message? Just the overall message to give to the team.
I think you got to watch out for the NAIT team. They tend to be triple teaming people up in the corners. Whenever that puck is in the corner, there's always a NAIT player up the ice, down the ice, and someone fighting for it. And I think that's where a lot of their control is coming. And then you just got to watch the speed. NAIT has got some players with some absolute jets on them.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're SAIT, I think the message is also maintain the process. You've got some good opportunities, right? So lots to build off of, and see if they can't come up with a bit of a set play. Head coach for SAIT, that was Georgia Emery and Van Warmer, giving their players a bit of a heads up, and Brendan Jensen as well. Nice shot right off the face-off, handled by Emery, and SAIT wastes no time getting pucks on net. 2 minutes and 13 seconds to go. Now, the other thing we're going to keep an eye on is Stephanie Gross in the net.
Yeah.
How early does SAIT get an extra attacker out here? You need two. Conversation being had near the goaltender. Not too sure what's going on there, but we're going to line up for the face-off anyway. Referee getting ready to drop the puck. That's Sarah Holman and her line mates out to take the face-off. Shortening up on the stick was LaPlante, and she does well to win that face-off. Puck comes to Chevalier along the boards. Graham did a nice job to fight with her, and Hoppins directs that puck to the corner off what looked like a potentially dangerous shot from almost center ice. Puck comes free, though. Roberts bustling into the zone. She's got Brewer with her. Nice shot. It'll go off a stick and into the corner. Puck fought for behind the net, and that'll come to Chevalier on the open wing.
SAIT's got the extra attacker on the ice. They pulled their goalie.
Empty net for SAIT. We got 6-on-5 here for the Trojans. They are maintaining possession. Puck comes to Sarah Hoppins. She fires a shot. That missed a bunch of players and ends up in the corner. That'll be sent back along by Chevalier. Sends it to an open wing, and NAIT will try and send it along the boards, but held in at center ice by Hoppins. Hoppins with a saucer pass that ends up on the state of Collie Dock. She'll send it all the way down and tipped by Sarah Hoppins to ensure it doesn't go into the net. Minute 18 to go as the teams begin to frantically search for the end of this game. 2-0 Ooks so far. That's number 21. That's Sydney Holman passing over. The Trojans will bustle into the zone, not giving up that empty netter yet, and a shot on. Nice save by Emery. Puck fought for behind the net. SAIT with that patented forecheck that we've seen all night. They're going to try and fight for this puck. It's going to come out. Last minute of play. Puck comes out, and a tip-in goal for SAIT.
Absolutely.
That looked like Gonsalves.
Yeah.
With potentially a tip. No, it'll be Eason.
Eason getting the goal there. Eason, number 24 for the NAIT team, or the SAIT team there. The defenseman getting the score.
Yeah. Getting Georgia Emery working back and forth and able to take advantage of that goal was Eason. We'll be standing by when we hear the goal announcement so we can give the assists on that goal to the proper players.
Yeah.
But players are lining up to take that centering faceoff. 49.4 seconds to go. Your score is 2-1 Ooks. So down the stretch we go with Chevalier. They'll control the puck, send it forward. Here's Holman. Holman out there again with a backhand pass.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds to go. That'll be Eason from Gonsalves and Holman as well. Paquette has that puck pushed off of her. Trojans are still trying to control. We have 15 seconds to go. Puck in the corner. Just a little bit of puck ragging from NAIT. They're just trying to kill a little bit of time. We have 9 seconds to go. Puck fought for in the corner along the boards. 5 seconds.
Hopkins out in the middle.
3 seconds. That puck still fought for along the edge corner. Looks like they're just happy to hang it, and that is the end of your game. Our final score, Ladies and gentlemen, your final score for this visiting NAIT Ooks, 2, and your SAIT Trojans, 1. Now we ask that you please stay tuned for the presentation of tonight's ACAC Player of the Game.
Conference and the SAIT Trojans are pleased to recognize tonight's ACAC Players of the Game. From the visiting NAIT Ooks, number 14, Greer Sylvia. And from your SAIT Trojans, number 4, Brooke McClure. Thank you for joining us tonight. Please make sure you come out and catch more ACAC sports action or watch all Trojans home games live streamed on ACAC TV. Have a good night and drive safe.